Say hello to the JED HORNBEAK Constrictor. This very much favors his 2017 design, the Naruto.
The Constrictor has a 4.5-inch blade with a 3 3/4 inch cutting edge, and it's 9 inches overall, and is in CPM D2.
The sheath is comprised of Kydex and leather, like in a combination. It has a bottle opener at the tail end, like also plus I guess a attitude adjuster. Set up for scout carry, like I said on the back. You can set it up any way you want.
Alright, the Constrictor weighs 5.2 ounces, and that converts to 147 grams.
The Constrictor is 150 thousandths blade stock. That's about 5/32. It's a tad more than 1/8 of an inch. It's a nice slim, slicey knife. And what does that convert to? 3.81 millimeters. So 3.81 millimeters. Yeah. I think this knife was the first JED HORNBEAK that I fell in love with. You know, like we went over his house after we found out, you know, he was in Atlanta. We missed him. Saw a video with Donnie B all day, and Scab were posting videos, you know, where they met him there, and
Found out he was right down the road?
Yeah, found out he was right down the street, man. And so I went over his house and picked up this knife, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
No, normally like the thinner blade stock fixed blades, but
right.
This is a great EDC knife, you know?
Yeah.
And it's at a great price too. I want to say this is one of his like 3. It depends on if you catch it at a show or if you have to pay for it on Arizona Custom Knives or something like that. But as of right now, like if at the show, I want to say this was 300 flat. I could be mistaken. It could have been 350. I don't know. But we worked out a deal yesterday, and we added this one to the collection. So
one of the things I really like about it is the milling that he's done in the micarta here. Like, my fingers fit perfect in it. It is like the perfect impressions for my fingertips.
That's great, man. That's great. Like I don't really get that benefit. Yeah, I do. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I was gonna say I don't really get that benefit, but yeah. Like depending on where I hold it, I will have 3 fingers
In the holes.
in the hole. Okay, that's awesome, man. I didn't even pay attention to that.
I like that's one of the things, I guess, because so many knives are like made for bigger hands normally.
Yeah.
That it's one of the things I notice quickly, like if stuff's in the right spot for my fingers.
Right. Man, I like this knife. I didn't wind up picking up the first Constrictor. We got a video on the first Constrictor as well. It was a Wharncliffe, where this one, you know, is obviously a Harpoon Tonto. You'll see the middle work here that has been done on it. If you well, you may watch this video and not watch the other one, so I'll go over it again a little bit. But I'm building a knife for Scab's knife competition. This is a practice knife, so like I have to do the other one before March, get it in. But I kind of went with an opposite mill line on mine, and like, you know, we needed to do some milling so I could learn how to operate that machine. And that is a really cool process. Maybe one of my favorite processes is actually learning how to do the mill work. So this knife right here is just after heat treat and after tempering, but pre-grind, you know, like, so
that's pre-cleaned up.
Yeah. So like I've got a short on the heat treat. People having a lot of laughs about it, so go over and check it out. But it did remain flat, so I'm excited about that. All right, the Constrictor, man, is just, it's there, man. It's there for your beer.
Yeah.
You know, or your Dr. Pepper. Yeah, it's there. You know, like, yeah, it starts parties. It starts parties. Like everywhere it goes, it's a party guy. You know, like you got Heineken's and other imported beers of your choice, and you ain't got no way to open them. The Constrictor's there, and therefore you need it. Seriously though, great EDC design. I love a Tonto. I'm a sucker for a Tonto. I'm also a sucker for a harpoon. So like, to me, this knife is kind of perfect. But like, whenever we had the last constrictor, I was a really big fan of that one too. It's like space age type of Warncliffe. You know, like just extremely different type of style.
Yeah,
You have to go back and check out
and
that
he's
video.
also got the yellow one that is a flat grind too.
Yeah,
The Don't Tread on Me.
that's right. It is available.
Yeah.
He's got that one for sale. But whenever I had to choose between picking up the last constrictor, decisions had to be made, and I went with the Antler Hunter. So this is another Hornbeak knife. And after that, we got Courtney's Hanzuki or Hanzaki. Yeah. Just kind of touch base on that. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I like this knife. Like to me it feels very familiar, you know, especially the blade stocks. You know, being CPM D2. This is a D2 as well, but this is an ingot D2. But like it doesn't feel exactly the same in the hand. You know, like I mean, you know,
Right,
you
of course.
definitely tell that. But it's similar actually. You know, like besides the curve, when you put your thumb on that blade, it's very similar. You know, because it's similar in
Yeah, the sorry.
blade stock.
I hit the camera. But yeah, like some of this is very similar.
Yeah, and the blade stock's pretty similar too.
Yeah.
So like, I already know that I like the Antler Hunter. I love using it. I don't think about the Antler Hunter not being a big, robust, thick knife. You know,
Yeah, and you carried it a lot.
I carry it a lot. So you know, like just adding this one to the collection, I know I'll carry it a lot as well, and you can too. You know, if you want to. Anyway.
And I like the size of this one.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a nice knife.
It's a little shorter than my Hanzaki, isn't it?
I believe it is. Well, we just had it out.
Yeah, I didn't.
But
I didn't pay attention.
let's check it out.
Yeah.
A little.
A half an inch.
Yeah, maybe a half an inch or so. But what are we going to say about it, Courtney? You want a JED HORNBEAK knife? They're not easy to come by. They're very well made. They're made by one person, the one shop, a one-man shop, rather. You can get in touch with JED HORNBEAK at jedhornbeak@gmail.com.
Or on Instagram at JED HORNBEAK.
That's right. He's on Instagram. It says he's on Facebook. I don't think he is, or you know, I don't know.
He doesn't. I don't think he's very active on Facebook. But.
Right. But you see this logo on Instagram, that's him. He's also got a YouTube channel. And just in case Don didn't hear it in the video about the big Hornbeak we did earlier, I hear that D&K Knives may be one of the first stores, or the first store, to start carrying JED HORNBEAK knives soon. And then, you know, I may hear wrong. Maybe this is just enough to get them both off their asses. You know what I mean? Jed, you watching this? Contact Don. Don, you watching this? Contact Jed. We got two willing participants here. Just kind of need to be shoved together. You know, a couple wall flyers at the prom. Get your ass on the dance floor to get us some Hornbeaks in store where you can use Apex 10 for 10% discount. Free shipping over 50. And that's about it. That's about all you get. Okay. That it?
That's it.
That's it? We're done?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice and short. Constrictor. Cousin to the Gerudo. No relation to the burrito. We'll catch you on the flip side.